things. That's even one of the clips. Where did you say these things about Megan? He gonna say on the internet where I told everyone who ever listened to me.
Stupid. Why would you do that? But those are the things that, because this man he operates from the mindset of, I'm so smart, I'm so intelligent, I went to school for bio, mathematics or some BS. Oh yeah, I can outsmart anybody. Why would you tell them that? Lawyer says DJ Akademiks is in big trouble after this huge mistake. A video by Poetic Flacco. Now I saw a clip of DJ Akademiks. Seems as though he was on some sort of Zoom call with the lawyers of Megan Thee Stallion. And I think they about to hit bro with a defamation case, because honestly, he wasn't looking good in the clips that I saw. About to react to Poetic Flacco. I think he might have more information on this, so I'm not going to do too much talking. Let's just get into the video.
This TikTok lawyer, and I say lawyer very loosely because this TikTok lawyer, and I say lawyer very loosely because I haven't verified her credentials. She says she's a lawyer. So as of now, this self-proclaimed lawyer just took to TikTok to claim that Akademiks is in some really major trouble, and he could essentially be done over a major mistake and error that he made. Now, this all stems around Megan Thee Stallion and Akademiks. So apparently Megan Thee Stallion is suing another blogger by the name of Milagro, because she claims that Milagro defamed her. Now, Megan Thee Stallion got millions of dollars. Milagro has a Twitter page of like 40,000 followers. But apparently this hurt Megan Thee Stallion and caused so much damage that Megan Thee Stallion is currently suing her. So they claim, though, that Akademiks is apparently in possession of some new evidence. And because they're suing Milagro for claiming that Megan Thee Stallion lied on Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion was never shot and she's a liar, they deposed Akademiks because apparently, Ak has presented information that has claimed that Megan Thee Stallion is a liar.
Okay.
So they are interrogating Akademiks for his claims that Megan Thee Stallion is a lawyer. Now, it's unclear whether or not Akademiks showed up with a lawyer rather in the background or on stream, but Akademiks showed up for the deposition. Now, he actually filmed it. So we actually got some clips of what exactly took place there. And in one clip, Akademiks is telling a lawyer, hey, bro, I think she's a liar. It's my personal opinion. Now, the lawyers did ask something very slick. They asked him, where did you express these opinions? He says, to any and everyone who's willing to hear it, in the public eye. But he did say, it's my opinion, she's a liar. I have no proof to back it up.
Just personally hold and keep to yourself, right?
I've said this anywhere I've ever been. And asked them.
Right, you say it basically anywhere and anywhere you've ever been, and as loudly and publicly as you can, correct?
Yeah, if I'm speaking my personal opinion, yeah, of course.
Okay, and just so that I'm clear, you were not present on June 12th, 2020 when Miss Pete was shot, right?
No, I wasn't.
You weren't at the party, correct?
No.
You weren't in the car, right? You weren't on the street, correct?
No.
You weren't a witness at all whatsoever, right?
I was not.
So you couldn't actually say that you knew that Tory did not shoot Miss Pete because you weren't present, right?
Yeah, I'm not unequivocally saying that it didn't happen. What I'm saying is...
I'm sorry, hold on. Start again because there was something I didn't hear clearly. Go ahead.
I wouldn't say, 100% this is the fact. I'm telling you my personal opinion and my belief. That chick is a liar, and I don't believe liars. So, why
do I feel weird about this? I feel weird about this for two reasons. One, they backed him into a corner and he didn't even realize it. What they did, they circled around why he couldn't potentially claim or say that she's a liar because he has no proof. He didn't even see it. He literally, they was like, you weren't there, so how could you say that she's a liar? Oh, it's just my personal opinion. Second reason why I feel weird about this is because you're essentially being shown how Akademiks is simply just hating on Meg. For whatever reason. She's a liar. Why is she a liar? Because she's lying about what? The shooting. Do you have proof? Now, I don't feel like any of us have proof. Do I think that she got shot or not? I gave up on this story a long time ago. The fact that it's 2025, Tory got locked up in like, I don't even know, a brick ago. This whole thing happened during COVID. And we still talking about it. It's like, bro, who cares? Like, I mean, granted, it sucks that Tory's locked up if he didn't shoot her. But at the same time, it's like, bro, case is done, case closed. I don't even know what bro is still latching on to this for. But to the point of it being like considered a defamation case, at this point, it's defamation. Like, there's nothing else that we could, like, you're getting on your public platform and calling this woman a liar about a case that is serious about her getting shot. It's like, let's continue.
Her story, again, I accept the verdict. I accept all of this stuff. I don't accept a liar. I think she's a liar. She was a liar then.
That doesn't even make sense. You accept the verdict, you accept the story, but you don't accept the liar. Contradictory, because if you accept the verdict and the story, then those both line up to her getting shot. But if you're saying that she's lying, then you don't accept those things. So just calling a spade a spade. And it sucks because I used to be a fan of DJ Akademiks, but I feel like the way he moves when it comes to just women and how emotional he gets about certain topics, I feel as though that's not something that I could really rock with. But let's continue.
She's a liar now. She's going to be a liar tomorrow. And yeah, that's it.
Like, he's still
Do you
defaming her.
believe she perjured herself on the stand at the criminal trial? Is that what you said?
I wouldn't know. That would be something the prosecutors would have to answer. But that, you know, we've rarely seen.
Hey, man, Big Ack is popping it, bro. Listen, I don't got Akademiks money. I don't, right, have tens of millions of dollars. So I'm not sitting for no deposition, bro. I'm evoking my fifth. I'm pointing to, hey, bro, sorry, I can't answer any questions here, bro.
He's ugly. I'm sorry. I just had to point that out. He looks crazy right now. But let's continue. And I'm talking about Flacco.
All right. Desiree Perez and Rock Nation is known to lock us amigos. If there's one thing we know Desiree Perez is good for, she's known to lock us amigos. And because Desiree Perez is managing Megan Thee Stallion, I think that if I sit here and answer questions about if I have evidence or if I don't have evidence or if I ever spoke to Tory Lanez and he ever given me something, I don't know whatever crime that could get me implicated for. I don't know if, bro, leaking sensitive information or, you know, or being held in contempt of court. I don't know.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Right? So for me to be safe, I'll plead the fifth. Sorry. And I'll point to every instance of Rock Nation going after people to get them locked up. Sorry, I'm not doing it. So if I'm plead the fifth, not answering a goddamn thing. But Akademiks went ahead and sat down and had a good time with this. Right?
Yeah, I don't really understand what he did this for. He has nothing to gain by doing this. And when I say he, I'm talking about Ak. Just let it go. Like, I don't know why whether she's a liar or not, it has no effect on you. So why put yourself in a position to get hit with a lawsuit? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's making too much money to get in legal trouble over something he has no involvement with. It's actually kind of weird. Just calling a spade, bro. But let's continue.
Had a ball. It didn't even feel like a deposition, bro. It felt like a Discord conversation, to be honest, bro. Ak was popping it. Now, afterwards, Ak even leaked, like, their private conversation that the lawyers accidentally leaked as well, right? Where, like, they were kind of talking about, hey, bro, yo, he's already tweeting about, you know, this deposition. Contact Des, call Des. Des, I would imagine, is Desiree Perez. So the lawyers were actively saying, yo, call Des on Akademiks. So it kind of looks like whatever is going on isn't going to stop at just this deposition. It feels like they got some, dare I say, I don't know, bro. All right. Some vindictive, backdoorish, revengeish, right? Some very evil, revengeful plot for Akademiks.
Okay. Now, first and foremost, so after hour 5, hour 5, you know, I'm doing my little thing. I got, you know, I had a little bit of essential water. I came in with a plate, like a cookout, start eating, wash it down with some Gatorade, you know, bored me a little bit. So of course I had to, you know what I mean, go get a little cup of, you know what I mean, some essential. And didn't matter. I was still sharp as a knife. So we get to about like hour 5. They're hoping I'm exhausted. I can tell. You see these motherfuckers on the clock. They're trying to get out of here. I'm like, we got content. I'm good. They cancel my day. We got bomb tent. We're here. Don't you worry. I knew you niggas were doing some fucking. All I had to do was just sit back and let y'all expose yourselves and expose your angles. I've been waiting for this moment. Because when I tell every nigga in the industry that Rock Nation be doing all type of fucking, like, what are you talking about? Jay-Z's a good guy. I'm like, I ain't saying nothing about Jay-Z. That company, they're only on fucking. So, I'm sipping, but you know, still sharp as a knife. Anyway.
I'm gonna have to give my uncle a call tonight, man. I'm gonna give Whack 100 a call. Whack 100 has had a profound impact on Akademiks. Akademiks went into a deposition with the mindset of, man, I gotta bring the Henny with me under the table because we got content. Now, shout out to Whack 100.
This man is so stupid. Putting yourself. This is all for the sake of content. Like, he could legit get sued. Maybe to him it's worth it. I don't know. But it seems stupid to me.
The Hunter side. Content, you know, they own that trademark. But I would understand, listen, man, if it was like a bum blogger, if it was somebody that was a peon, listen, man, if one of these stragglers who's always making videos about me, bro, sues me, man, I'm coming into that deposition popping it. Right, because they peons, they bums, right? They can't do nothing. But if you dealing with Rock Nation here, bro, or you dealing with Megan Thee Stallion, these ain't peons, bro. These ain't bums. Facts. They not just asking you any type of question, right? But Akademiks, to me, he looked prepared and he looks confident. So to me, as a good sign, at least, you know, he's
but I mean, even being prepared and confident, like, people don't understand that there's certain language, and I don't know if this woman's a lawyer or not. She seems very much like a lawyer to me. They have certain tactics that will trip up the average person, which is why they make sure that, hey, they appoint you to a lawyer when you go to court, because rarely, something that I learned just being curious about information when it comes to just the legal system and stuff like that, because you look at certain cases and you're like, man, this person was clearly in the wrong. Why did he not go to jail? When it comes to a judge's decision, it rarely has to do with the justification of the crime. It's just about who has the better lawyer. Hate to say it, it's fucked up, but it's true. With that being the case, if you are going in there by yourself and you don't have somebody who knows the language or knows the tactics of lawyers, you could get got. And I feel like that's essentially what Akademiks is setting himself up for, whether he realizes it or not. So, but let's continue.
Confident for a good reason, I would say. But I personally don't got the money to go into this, leaving this up to chance or leaving this up to content.
Right.
It gets to one point. This is hour 5. They're exhausted. They're exhausted. Yo, Big Ak is... Listen, chat, I could stream for 12 hours talking to myself. You think 5 attorneys gonna get me? I'm talking their ear off. Yo, they get so tired. Remember, they're working on an hour. Each of these lawyers, like, for a big law firm like this, they might be getting $1,000 an hour, $1,500 an hour. Just do the math. Look how many lawyers they got on here, and just say 1,000. Let's say everyone's getting 1,000 an hour. We all spent 7 hours. 7 hours, $7,000 per person. Meg and Rock Nation, whoever, probably spent about $21,000 to talk to me. And don't worry, I felt we got caught.
He said 5 hours. 5 lawyers times 7. I want to do quick math. They make 7 hours times 5. That's 35,000. Quick math.
So I'm going with it. Because I was like, damn, the lawyer's getting paid. I'm going to get paid off of this. We got bomb 10. Here we go. So, hour 5, chat. They're exhausted. They don't like working too long. Big Ak, I'll clock in for a good 24. I'm good. So, they asked to put up an exhibit. They said, hey, exhibit girl, because you put up an exhibit that we want to show Ak. Shorty, instead of putting up the exhibit, shows her screen. And I see the chat. I see the chat of the conversation happening with the lawyers. Oh, you want to see? By the way, when that happened, I had a nice smirk on my face. I said, I made a little timestamp. Don't worry, I'm going to come back to it. Here's a screenshot here. Bang! Quinn Emanuel, look at this. Y'all don't up now. Oh, they put up the wrong thing. Y'all don't up now. Look at all these. Okay. Look, I don't know why they're talking about OVO. What is OVO? I don't know why Quinn Emanuel in their Slack, I think it's a Slack, is saying OVO. I don't know. Then the other one says, Marie, good. I got more than we thought we would on that. Just make sure you're sharing the right screen. So she did it once. And the other ones are saying, yo, you shared the wrong screen. Like, you got to get, come on, like, we're getting paid $1,500 an hour. We got to do this right. Man, yo, we're bleeding Meg's pockets. Let's come with some results. Okay? But, you know, they did it again. Watch this. This I know I was getting on this kid's chat. Look at this chat. Look, I'm talking their ear off. They said, if he won't shut the up, I'm never getting through this. Yeah, I had a lot to say. Yeah, I had a lot to say. Yeah, I had a lot of things to say. I had a lot to say. I had a lot to say. So my phone, shut the fuck up. You ain't getting through this. You ain't gonna get through this. Keep building Meg Thee Stallion and Rock Nation. I got a lot to say.
Trying to get off this damn call.
I had time, huh?
I can't even read it. It says trying to get off this damn call. I
had time, huh? I had time, huh? Look, she just fucking shared our Slack. Atlanta, they're trying to fire you. You're the black girl over there. She was a black girl. So the black girl was the exhibit girl. She accidentally shared shit, and they stopped having her share it. Then the lawyer, well, they're both lawyers. Then the other lawyer tried to share it. She did the same thing. So, yo, Atlanta, you're a black girl. I saw you laughing at a couple of my jokes. I know you're over there with the bad people. You're over there with that side. But it's okay. I know you're trying to get your check, okay? Get in and get out. Marie, T-Rock, what? Here's the interesting part. Tell Des. By the way, I posted, we had a break. I told him I wouldn't be on my phone while I'm answering questions. But these lawyers, they couldn't either hold their bladder or they all needed food. I think somebody did number 2 or something while we were doing it. They're like, yo, we need some more time. We got to go to the bathroom. I'm like, damn. Yo, what y'all got in the cafeteria up there at the Rock Nation lawyer offices? They could hold their bladders. Break after break after break. So on one of the breaks, I posted, yo, they're asking me crazy shit up in here about drink everybody. Listen, I'm going to tell you. Look what she says. And this is where I realized we got you. Y'all are liars. Tell Des. If you're the lawyer for Megan Pete, why would you need to tell Des? Who's Des? The only Des that I know, and I could be wrong. Desiree Perez, the co-founder and chief executive officer of Rock Nation. So you did this. So with y'all sitting there with me for 7 hours claiming that y'all had zero affiliation. And that, yes, even if y'all did represent Rock Nation, this is a Meg Thee Stallion thing. My conduct in that deposition, y'all are in an internal chat reporting, go tell Rock Nation CEO this. Academics is posted.
I'll be real, that would have been my cue to stop playing. That would have been my cue, man, to start evoking the fifth and contact a lawyer, homie. Now, I did see somebody raising an objection on the call. So ACT did have some representative there, I believe. But however, I think that's still into question right now. But a TikTok lawyer took the TikTok, and she apparently believed that Academics just made a grave mistake, and that apparently Academics doing his deposition or his conduct during the deposition will come back to haunt him. And here's what she has to say.
Academics had to sit through 7 hours. 7 hours is normal. 7 hours is normal. So it sounds crazy. He did not prepare for it. He did not prepare for it, and he did not have an attorney there. Your attorney needs to be there because your attorney should be actively objecting to certain questions that could be decided later on if you have to answer. There's a lot of questions. The way they ask the question is important. You may feel like we're going over something again and again and again, but they're actually trying to ask you questions that specifically go into the elements of defamation.
That's what he's not understanding. Like, when you're going in these calls, well, if you're doing, just get a lawyer. If you don't know it by now, get a lawyer. Do not try to do this BS that ACT is doing, trying to ego trip lawyers. Like, they're asking questions. Like, even in the first clip that we saw, I saw how they were trying to corner him, and he's not even seeing that. He's just like, yep, she's a liar, da 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 da. But it's like, bro, if you weren't there on the 15th, you weren't in the car, you were nowhere in, you weren't even in the state. How can you say that she's lying? You have no proof. And now this is defamatory. And he's not seeing that. But let's go.
I mean, so many defamation videos. I cannot go over one more time. But there's certain elements that you need to prove. And one of them is saying it in a public place, is saying it in a place where other people can hear it. Where did you
his stream?
Say these
and on IG. Let's continue.
Things. That's even one of the clips. Where did you say these things about Megan? He gonna say on the internet where I told everyone who ever listened to me.
Stupid. Why would you do that? But those are the things that, because this man he operates from the mindset of, I'm so smart, I'm so intelligent, I went to school for bio mathematics or some BS, that, oh yeah, I can outsmart anybody. Why would you tell them that?
What? No, that is not the way. No. Why would you say that? Why would you say it like that? Like, even if he's going to go with the defense, which is his opinion, why would you say that you told everybody that would listen to you? And because Megan Thee Stallion, if you watch my other videos, you know Megan Thee Stallion is a public figure. Akademik is also a public figure. So there needs to be there's a higher standard. Actual malice. You need to prove that what you did had malice intent. So you need to prove that he knew. There's a point in time that he knew what he was doing was spreading lies. Like, he knew he was doing that, but he still did it anyways. So they need to prove that actual malice. Because there could be defamation if it was like two normal people, but because Megan Thee Stallion is a huge star, they're gonna, his defense is gonna say, look at this woman, she's a huge star, she's everywhere. She got an interview on Good Morning America, like, she's a huge star. You need to prove actual malice, right? He literally, basically, what it looks like from the clips I saw, handed that over as well. He handed it over because he said that she's a liar, which is true, because she did lie. We all lie. But she lied in that interview about them having sex. And personally, I would have taken it to the grave. But she lied in the interview about them having sex. I think she admitted it in the interview. And so he called her a liar, and he's like, I don't trust liars. I know that they probably were like, have you lied? Do you consider yourself a liar? Do you consider other people liars? I know he's not going to show you that part of it. Because you know that they're going to ask him, well, how do you say one person is a liar so you don't believe them, but then Tory Lanez, you don't consider a liar? I know they asked him about...
Also, they asked him, do you think that she was lying on the stand? And he's going to say he can't prove that or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, it's like you're saying that she's a liar. So what I said earlier, where the stuff that he accepts is contradictory to what he claims that she is. He accepts the story, he accepts the verdict, but he doesn't accept the liar. Like what?
His sources, but he does have some privileges regarding like telling the sources, but he's already also admitted it. You have to understand, this is a major law firm. Quinn Emanuel is a huge law firm. They do litigation. When shit's going bad, you call Quinn Emanuel. They watched all his videos 100 times, transcribed all the videos, highlighted all his videos. They've seen all the things. He is a streamer. They've watched his streams. They have a whole bunch of interns doing that hard work of watching all his streams and seeing all the things that he said. And he runs his mouth for a living, so I know there's a lot of things he probably just doesn't even remember saying, but they know what you said, and they know that they can prove malice. And then plus you saying and being contradicting in so many ways, because he always slips up. He always slips up and reveals a source, or always slips up. Like, he just talks too much. So
literally.
Plus him going into that deposition with no attorney to protect him from himself. It's like, y'all are not bigger than the program. You are not bigger. You're not smarter than a bunch of attorneys, because you may be smarter than one or two, but you're not smarter than the group.
Stupid.
You're not smarter than a bunch of people who have to sit for hours and listen to every single stream while you fucking turn the camera off and go to bed drunk. They were wide awake, writing every fucking thing you ever said down. You're not bigger than the program. If you get sued, you need to get an attorney. You are not walking into a 7-hour deposition and think you're walking out and gonna go on your Twitch stream and brag about it. You fucked up. You gave them everything they wanted.
Like, what could he even be talking about for 7 hours? What? What are you doing talking to attorneys about a situation that don't got shit to do with you for 7 hours, bro? Just because you could stream for 12 hours by yourself does not mean, hey, let me go and talk to 7 or 5 lawyers about some shit that ain't got shit to do with me. That ain't what that means, bruh. Like, they just got mad information, whether he realizes it or not, and he could try to spin it to say, like, look, you know, I beat him. Bro. Let's continue.
DJ Akademik is going to lose this lawsuit. Like, I don't know. You tell me, does he have an attorney? Does he have an attorney? Like, who is representing him?
I'll say this. Megan Thee Stallion could probably get away with suing Milagro. But do I believe Megan Thee Stallion really wants the PR damage that will come from suing DJ Akademiks? Probably not, right? That's probably not what Megan Thee Stallion really wants to go through. Like, could you imagine the terror, the horrors? Could you imagine, like, the media, the media coverage of this? Her suing DJ Akademiks and her going to court with Akademiks, and then also, too, deposing somebody and then suing them afterwards is kind of crazy.
I don't think that it would be that bad, considering that they could prove that he is defaming her. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't there. I guess if he's going off of the, oh yeah, she lied about having sex with Tory, sure, you could say that she's a liar. But if they're talking in regards to her, maybe that's the angle that they could go with. Where, like, okay, if you are talking about her lying about sleeping with Tory, and you're still going around saying, like, yeah, okay, I can see it, but still, risky gamble, I don't think I'd do it.
But I don't feel like Megan Thee Stallion wants this. Now, Rock Nation and Desiree Perez is probably licking their lips at the chops of taking down Academics, but a lawsuit would probably not take down Academics. I'm sorry. The Cardi B lawsuit didn't take down Tasha K. Tasha K is still on live stream, doing content, making videos. So all this is probably going to do is what? Like make Megan Thee Stallion more hated, make the hate even intensify more, because now people feel like you're colluding with Rock Nation to destroy media personalities. It won't be smart. Now, is Academic's conduct during the deposition smart? Probably not. I don't know.
I don't think
I
it's smart.
haven't been through a deposition. Right?
They ain't worth
I've been
it.
sued 12 times. You could probably, right? And I've cooked every lawsuit. Like it's all been cooked. But I don't know, man. Y'all let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think
Okay,
about this? Y'all
that's the
think
video. My thoughts. I think that it was stupid for Academics to do that without a lawyer. If he's doing that by himself, I think that's dumb. But you know, it's his life. He's a grown man. If you want to do that, you could do that. I just feel like doing stuff like that for the sake of content, and that's the thing about like content as a whole. Like I think it's very easy to blur the lines between what is content and what really shouldn't be like given for public consumption. Like I feel like this did not have to be content, but because his entire life is a streamer and he's having to, I guess, be as transparent as possible, the line between, you know what, I should probably keep this for myself because it could probably look bad on my part, that's gone. He doesn't have that anymore. So yeah, I don't think that this was a good idea. I don't think anything good is going to come from it. Do I think Meg's team is going to sue Ak? Maybe, but I don't know. It doesn't really stop anything, because to Flacco's point, Tasha K got sued by Cardi B and she's still doing her thing. But I don't think they're trying to take him down. I think they're more so just trying to get him to stop talking about Meg. But who cares? Like, quite literally. If she's a liar, she's a liar. He shot her, didn't shoot her. Bro, all of this shit don't really matter at the end of the day. But I feel like it is insane that he would hop on a deposition call for 7 hours with no lawyer. That's insane. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. I'm going to see you on the next one. Peace.